Yes sir, we officially back at it. This is Boog, nice, coming at you with another top something update. This will be a top 5 actually. This will be quick. On Hasbro's last Fan First Friday, they actually had their top 5 sort of draft picks for 2020 for Marvel Legends, and I really like the format that they laid out for doing that, so I wanted to do my 5 draft picks for Marvel Legends real quick. This will be a little meantime in between all the top 10s that I want to do this year. I've done all Marvel Legends stuff so far, so please go back and check out the 2 videos that I've done so far. My top 10 wanted Marvel Legends for 2021, my top 10 wanted builder figures and or deluxe box set figures for 2021, and now I'm following up with my top 5 2020 draft picks for Marvel Legends for 2020. So please smash that like button. Let's get the visibility of this video high and let's get into it. A.C.B.A. So during the last Fan First Friday, Dwight, Dan, and Ryan picked some of their favorite figures from 2020 based on 5 categories. They each picked 1 figure from the retro collection, 1 comic-based figure, 1 builder figure, 1 figure from the entertainment department, so that basically means like a movie figure, and 1 wild card. So in no particular order, here are my 2020 draft picks for Marvel Legends, and some of these same figures may or may not appear on my top 10 Marvel Legends of 2020 list, but regardless, these are all figures that I really dug and that I would highly recommend you picking up as well. First up, for my comic-based figure, I am picking the Ultimate Rider's Punisher. This was an Ariel Olivetti-inspired Punisher, so it was a comic-accurate look. He looked mean, it was great articulation, a bunch of cool accessories, and I just had a really good time reviewing this figure. It was a really fun review. If you haven't checked that out, please go back and check it out.
And then this is interesting, he's got the fingerless gloves. I ain't even gonna say nothing.
And I love all of the little Easter eggs and things that Hasbro have been laying out. This version of Punisher was the one that actually murdered Stiltman in the streets of New York City in the comic books, and then we end up getting Stiltman as a Build-A-Figure right at the end of 2020 as well. A lot of these figures are linked through comic stories, and Hasbro is not doing any of these things on accident. But the Ultimate Rider's Punisher is one that you definitely should own. It's a nice fresh take on the look of Punisher, not only in the comic books but in the Marvel Legends line. And man, the guns, they actually gave us some realistic looking guns, a lot of kit bash potential, a lot of playability, a lot of fun factor. So my comic based figure is going to be the Ultimate Rider's Ariel Olivetti Punisher. Next up, for my retro carded figure, I'm going to absolutely have to go with the Retro Collection Super Posable Spider-Man. Brand new buck here for Spider-Man. As most of you know, Spider-Man is my favorite Marvel character, and I think Hasbro really did this character justice. You could pretty much throw your pizza Spidey in the trash aside from the unmasked head sculpt and the open hands, which is the one thing they did forget. But the thing that I really like about this figure is that it opens up so many possibilities for other characters on this buck and other Spider-Man suits on this buck as well. Dwight has already talked about going ahead and coloring those little pegs on the arms so they all match up, and then we're only going to get more accessories, more head sculpts, more looks for Spider-Man on this buck. And the $20 Marvel Legend figure absolutely rivaled the $70, $80 Mafex Spider-Man this year, and in my opinion, this figure actually beats out the Mafex Spider-Man. A lot of people mad at me about that. A lot of people have a lot to say about that. But listen, when you stack these two up side by side, I just feel like the Marvel Legends takes the cake. Again, a lot of playability, a lot of posability, a lot of fun factor. All of the mix and matching you can do with the retro carded Peter Parker and different parts from other Spider-Man that we already got. This was definitely one to own this year. So my retro carded pick, Spider-Man. A lot of great builder figures from Marvel Legends this year, but I'm gonna have to go with the Sugar Man builder figure as my pick, just because it was a massive chunk of plastic and it looked amazing. So much detail, totally new sculpt and design. This was Hasbro at their best as far as this builder figure goes. This makes me think about the Toy Biz days in terms of detail and paint applications. This was very good, and you know what? I hated the AOA storyline, but they just did a really good job on this builder figure. And if you don't collect the individual figures from this wave, at the very least for some type of showpiece or display piece, you should pick up this Build-A-Figure. It was very nicely done. Now that they've teased MODOK with these swappable faces, it would have been nice for them to give us a couple swappable faces for Sugar Man so you can have some different looks, and you know, you didn't have to have them with the tongue out and mouth open all the time. Maybe that's something that they can explore down the road, but having this figure in hand, you really do have to take a step back and say, listen, I got this figure for free. Basically, I purchased a wave of figures and got a totally awesome figure for free. I love what Marvel Legends has begun doing in terms of giving us movie figures and giving us new sculpts and designs for some of these old movies. I'm really interested to see how far they're going to take this and where they're going to go. So for my entertainment pick, I'm going to pick the Logan and Professor X 2-pack from the last Logan movie in the trilogy, which I thought was an amazing movie. Another figure I had a really good time reviewing. All of the kit bash potential, all of the playability and posability with this. The new suited buck for Logan is money. I like it as Logan, but I love it as the other characters that I've kit bashed it as. And having the Patrick Stewart Professor X is great, especially in that new deco. Again, more kit bash potential there, more playability. And getting that old school wheelchair was one of the draws to me for this set, because I wanted to use that wheelchair for an old comic based Professor X for my giant size X-Men. So all around, this pack was just amazing. I think I want to buy it again, and I'm not even sure if it's the Logan or the Professor X in the wheelchair that I like better in terms of more playability, but the two together, this was a great set. Price marginally a bit higher than most 2-packs from Marvel Legends, but I understand, and this is definitely one I would recommend. Go back and pick this up if you haven't already. And finally, my wild card pick is going to be the deluxe box set War Machine. Tight figure all around, great reuse of the 80th anniversary Iron Man buck. The unmasked head for War Machine looks amazing. Having War Machine and the classic 80th anniversary Iron Man side by side or flying high together in the display, they just look so good together. All of the parts and accessories and everything included with this figure was spot on. This was just an awesome pack. He looks so clean, he looks so comic accurate, and hey, it was a brother. So having updated Rhodey and one that actually topped the old Toy Biz version. Sorry, Dave, but this was really nice. His flat top was fresh. Everything about this figure was fresh. Another one that I think I want to buy again. So nice, gotta buy it twice, you know? But yeah, if you haven't picked this up, you should go back and pick that up. So those are my top 5 draft picks for 2020 from Marvel Legends. Let me know what yours are in the comments below. Thanks for hanging out. As always, rate, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell down there. And until next time, peace.
But you don't hear me though, so I turn off the lights. We can take it to the street, dog. Turn off the mics. If you want war, then you want law. Then you can stand. And it's 4-4, we'll leave you with your...